This is the GIS application start screen after it gets launched. This tool has 7 layers, which also has a base map layer as Europe, which is named as Europe 2013. The 7 layers are central bank, stock exchange, private bank rank 1, private bank rank 2, currency, coat of arms and flags, and countries. Each layer can be made visible and invisible in the table of contents by clicking on the checkbox in front of the layer name. There are 3 application toolbar for this tool. The first is the Zoom Pan toolbar, which has some standard tools like zoom in, zoom out, zoom to full extent, and clicking on layer and selecting the zoom to active layer, displays the map area with clearly all the points big and wide enough. We can also use the pen to drag the map area, and also there is an identity tool used to provide the information about each country. Provides all the most important information about the population, the currency used, and the area of each country. So next is the selection toolbar, which has also some standard tools like find, which helps us to find a value in each layer. So I'm selecting the central bank layer and giving the value as Russia. Finds Russia in the central bank layer. Next is the query builder tool, which helps us to write a query and execute on the map. Pops up a dialog where we can select the field as currency type, that is equal to euro, and execute the query. Selects all the countries which have a currency type euro. It also provides the attribute table of the currencies of the country that use the currency euro. Is how many countries are selected. We can also save this attribute table for future results. You can see all the highlighted countries in the map. Next, we can use the clear all selection, which helps us to clear all the previous execution on the map. You see all the selected countries are cleared now. Next is the select features tool, which is used to select a particular area on the map, select some countries. Further, clicking on the attribute table will display attribute table of the Europe layer and also highlights the area which is selected. Okay, so Australia is highlighted here and Australia is highlighted in the attribute table. It matches. So next will be the custom toolbar. First is the print, which opens up a dialog window, and once we can select the printer name and click on OK, helps us to print the display of the map. Next is the Add Layer tool, which helps us to add a shapefile to the map. Here we can add Europe countries as one of a shapefile. Once you click on OK, it will add a new shape layer to the map. We can also remove this layer. Next comes the XY button, which helps us to add new CSV file. So in this case, if I add country CSV file, open, it added a new layer to the map. We can remove this layer. Next is the hot link. So here I'm selecting an active layer for the hot link tool to work, as it works only on one active layer of the map. It's the most powerful and used tool in this application. So let's start from the first layer, the central bank, and make use of the hot link tool. The hot link tool is clicked and the central bank layer is already selected. So when you click on France, it opens up a web page of the central banks in France, and also the logo of the Central Bank of France. And I have a reference link for the bank, which opens up the main web page of the bank. This helps us to learn more about the bank, the interest rates, and the bank policies. We can also create a new profile, or we can sign in from online banking if you already have an account. So similarly, every country of Europe has a central bank, and making use of the hot link tool displays the central bank of all the countries in Europe in this layer. Next we go for the stock exchange layer, where this layer displays all the top stock exchanges of Europe. And making use of the hot link tool, if you click on, let's select UK, FTSE 100 is the top stock exchange that's in United Kingdom, and it also displays the graph of the stock value variation in 5 years. Below the graph, I have also provided a reference link for the stock exchange, from which we can learn the stock values and the indices of each stock exchange. We can also learn about the rise and fall of the stock exchange for a particular timeline. You can select 1 minute to 1 month timeline in this overview. It also has more components. It helps us to learn more from this web page about each stock exchange. Similarly, we have 5 more top stock exchanges used in Europe, and everything is very similar to the one I showed before. Let's go for the private bank rank 1 layer. This layer is used to provide each country's the top rated commercial bank where people can open up a account very easily. Whereas in central bank, it's not very easy for any human to open up an account. So let's make use of the hot link tool again. Click on Germany. Displays the top rated commercial bank of Germany with also a reference link below it, which takes us to the main page of the bank, from which we can learn more about the bank. Same as in the private bank rank 2. This layer displays the second top rated commercial bank for each countries in Europe. So the Société Générale is the second top rated commercial bank in France. I also have more information about the bank, which takes us to the main page of the bank. You can learn more from this webpage about each bank. Next is the currency layer, where I'm going to have a look at United Kingdom currency. This displays the currency used in United Kingdom. But for the other countries, I can show the past and the present currency used for each country. Whereas in United Kingdom is always a pound. I also have a Wikipedia of each currency in which every user can learn more about the currency used in Europe. So let me show you the other one. So in Germany, currently we are using euro, and in the past it was Deutsche Mark. Also have more information about each currency below the image, and each has a Wikipedia for every currency to learn more. So let's go for the next layer, coat of arms and flags. Let's click on Germany, which takes us to the web page of coat of arms and the flag. In this way, we can study what is the coat of arms for each country and what is the flag representation of each country in Europe. I've also provided more information about why the coat of arms looks like an eagle in Germany is described below, and I will also describe why the colors of red, black and yellow is used for a Germany flag. This layer really helps us to study more about each country in Europe. And the last one is a very self-study layer to learn more about each country in Europe. If I open the attribute table of countries layer, it displays all of the country with their capital, population, area and the GDP growth rate of each country. There are some more file menu where the legend editor is very similar to the changing the properties of each layer in the map. We can change the star to square, and we can change the color of each layer. We can also change the feature using can change it to country instead of a name, and in general we can change the layer name. So once if you click on OK to apply all the changes to the layer we did in the legend editor, it's really useful tool for which can be applied for all the layers to make any change. And the help menu has a help topics submenu which displays the description about each tool used in this application. Also a brief introduction about GIS as a reference. And the region menu displays all the regions in Europe. Clicking on one of the region will display the image of the region in Europe, which helps us to study which countries falls under which region. I've also provided a README document which can be read before start using this tool.